budget which reduces the deficit this year, not in the future. We've passed a trade bill that will open foreign markets for American goods, that will create jobs for American workers. Jobs depend on education. Tomorrow's economic power is built on today's young minds. Every parent understands that. That's why we're expanding education opportunities for young Americans. We'll soon enact the first major reform of Medicare in its history to protect older citizens against poverty through illness. We're acting on a civil rights bill to restore the principle that federal funds may not be used to subsidize discrimination. We've passed the Clean Water Act, and we'll soon extend the Clean Air Act, landmark laws to protect our environment. We're overhauling the welfare system for the first time in a half-century to give every American a fair chance. In these efforts, we want to work with the President in a spirit of mutual trust. That view has been repeatedly expressed in behalf of Senate Democrats by Senator Robert Byrd, the majority leader. Can we Americans deal with these problems? Of course we can. As long as we remain free men and women making free choices, as long as we employ the dynamic combination of a democratic system of government and a free enterprise economy, there is no limit to American ingenuity and creativity. We want our president to succeed because we want our nation to succeed. And succeed we will if we remain true to our democratic principles and face the future with the energy and enthusiasm that have marked Americans for 2 centuries. Thank you, and good night.
From Capitol Hill, United States Senator George Mitchell of Maine offering the response of congressional Democrats tonight to President Reagan's address. Both addresses followed the same basic form or pattern, a look back and a look ahead to cooperation. But in content, Senator Mitchell dwelled more on possible violations of our constitutional system of checks and balances. The Iran-Contra fiasco, he said, is about the rule of law. Public officials, Senator Mitchell said, are responsible for the consequences of their acts. Standing by now on Capitol Hill is our veteran Capitol Hill correspondent Phil Jones. And Phil, what questions didn't the president answer?
Well, Dan, the big question is, what would he have done about the diversion? It's very interesting. He talked about Admiral Poindexter and Colonel North doing what they thought the president would have done. He talked about Admiral Poindexter saying the buck stops with him, but in fact it stops at the president, and he had the right and obligation to make this decision. But then he stopped. He didn't say what he would have done if faced with the question of, do we divert the profits from the Iran arms sales to the Nicaraguan Contras?
Phil, is this likely to close the book as far as Congress is concerned on the Iran-Contra affair?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, this is going to go on for a long time. There are enough unanswered questions in this whole thing to where they will be digging for years to come. Also, the president tonight had an opportunity to talk about any conversations he might have had with the late CIA Director William Casey, a very close friend of his. He never mentioned Casey's name or whether or not Casey had had any part in this whole diversion. So I think that they're going to continue to go on with this for quite some time. There are indeed many people up here who feel that the time has come when the nation really does have to look at other matters like the budget.
Bill Plant is standing by at the White House. Bill, does the president does the president and his aides, do they believe that this is going to close the book and they can get this behind them? That's obviously the hope. But do they realistically think that's going to happen?
Well, they know that the president has been damaged, Dan, but they think that because people are tired of this, and that's what their polls show them, they think that they can put it behind them. And they reason this way. The more Mr. Reagan charges ahead, he gets an arms control agreement with the Soviets. That seems almost certain. He continues to talk about the issues which do engage him, the budget, for example, certainly Central America, more about that in a minute. And they think that he can capture public attention. They know it'll never be the same again. I don't know if the president really believes that in his heart. I think maybe he believes it can be. But certainly the people who are realists around him know that while he's been wounded, he still has a chance to bounce back. And I feel certain they believe that.
You said more about Central America in a moment.
Well, the president is caught in a bind on Central America, Dan. He's giving lip service, at least, to this Central American peace plan that they've come up with from down there after ignoring his and Speaker Wright's. And he's going to be in a bind funding the Contras because they could drag that out into November. He would like to have funds for the Contras if there's no ceasefire by the end of September.
Bill, we have only a few seconds remaining, but those who've seen the president in recent weeks, to a person, say that they feel something has gone out of him. This Iran-Contra thing has taken a tremendous amount out of him. Is that shared among the reporters who cover the White House regularly, if that's happened?
Dan, we haven't seen enough of him really to know, except that he has a capacity for bouncing back. And what little we do see of him makes most of us think that he has bounced back, at least that he feels more vitality now that he believes that he can put this thing behind him.
Bill Plante at the White House. And so tonight, two viewpoints from the Oval Office and from Democrats on Capitol Hill about what went wrong in the secret arms for Iranians foreign policy scandal. But certainly not the last word by any means. For my CBS News colleagues, Bill Plante and Phil Jones, Dan Rather, see you tomorrow.
This has been a CBS News special report. This is CBS.
Hey, chicken lovers! What makes America's #1 selling chicken sandwich move so fast? How about 1/3 more fries free? Buy a chicken sandwich and large fries at Burger King. Get 1/3 more fries free. But you better hurry. This offer's good only through Friday, September 4th. Burger King, the best food for fast times.
A word from Zare. If you have one of these, you probably have one of these. Now, for $7.99 after rebate, you can get 3 of these. No, not 3 of these. 3 of these. Zare, how little it costs. Men's Lee jeans have been around since 1889, but they've hardly ever been around 1492 before. Zare, how little it costs at our grand opening sale.
Scientists test a new drug to fight muscular dystrophy. Details at 10.
Look, I'm in big trouble.
See if you can find him.
LA's just a tad out of our jurisdiction.
Not out of mine.
Lean on him a little too hard.
Oh, come on, they were being jerks.
He's here to look into what happened to Gary. How can I help you?
Hey, if I were you, I'd be looking for the guy on Tracy Baskin's coattail.
And you're gonna be cool.
All my life I wanted to be cool.
That's the kind of laughter a comedian can die from.
I'll have Anders put someone else on in your spot tonight.
No way. I'm going on. Mike! It's a bomb!
Bet you were hoping for one of those dumb gag messages, right? Wrong. If you want to say something, do it after the beep. If you want to laugh, drop by the club.
Hi, guys. It's your pal from L.A. Just wanted to confirm that we'll be sending another funny man your way on the 10th. Bye.
It's one thing to leave your keys someplace or lose your wallet. I'm always doing both. But it's really serious business when you can't find the bullets to your gun.
Zelda, you gotta speak up. I can hardly hear you. So, how's Italy? Good. Well, when are you coming back? I missed you. Uh-huh. Listen, sweetheart, where are my spare bullets? My spare bullets. Huh? No, I looked. They're not there. I'll be with you in a second. No, one of the girls got nervous last week. She thought they were going to spontaneously combust, and she hit them. I don't know where. Well, no. Listen, Velda. Velda. Hello? Velda. The entire nation of Italy must be out to lunch.
Lunch, that's it.
That's what?
The fridge.
Fridge?
If I were a bullet, that's where I'd be.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I don't believe it. You are amazing.
No, I'm Tracy. Tracy Baskin, your new girl Monday.
Friday.
No, the other girls talk. Nobody makes it to Friday. Hey, do you have dental and health benefits?
What, are you some kind of comedian?
Yes, and I can prove it. What are you doing later? Mike Hammer. No, I'm sorry. The job's been filled. I don't know about you, but my mother always thought I was a slob. We would go shopping, and after I try something on, she'd say, "That's very nice. Let's see how it looks on the floor."
Mother was probably right.
I'm only doing this until I can get a real job as a waitress. Oh, miss, let me help you with those. You know you're in a New York bar when the drinks come with the cigarette butts already in them.
Well, I'm in a New York bar.
Now, you're the guy with the drinker's cup, right? And let's see, you ordered the low-tar scotch. Are you enjoying your meal? Did you know this is the only kitchen in New York that has a research grant from NASA? Yes. They discovered 3 new life forms this week, and 2 of them are specials. Spitting it out won't save you.
Isn't that funny, honey?
She's good, Gary. I like her, but I think she needs big-time management, you know? We try to dump you, maybe, and give me a shot.
Take the ashtray.
Why bother to shoot you? Those vitamins will kill you first.
Surprise. It was a birthday present for her, wasn't it? Take it as a wedding present from me. Here, take the silverware. What's the matter? It's not your pattern? Sorry. Do you know how I know you were going to take that stuff? Because in our audience tonight is a private eye. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Mike Hammer, the private, now public eye. He looks tough, but underneath there's the soul of a comic. When Mike kills his audience, he really kills them. Okay, if any of you are having any trouble finding your waitress tonight, call Mike. He has no trouble finding women. But just in case, I'll be at the bar, 3rd stool from the left. Thanks, you've been great. Oh, hi, I'm Tracy Baskins.
Tracy Baskins. Hottest pistol in our entire arsenal of comedy weapons. And how about a hand for a bi-coastal buddy with us tonight? Manager of LA's Comedy West, Mr. Keith Anders.
Hey, where are you? Great to be here, everybody, although this New York City weather really bums me out. I want to bring out a friend now from the West Coast, a guy who likes to make a lot out of a little. Please, put your hands together for Scott Servine. Yeah. Scott, come on in.
She blew him away.
What about the guys that were heckling?
What did they know?
Yeah.
Look, the bottom line is your timing's down, your material's much better.
Sweetheart, you were terrific.
See?
Mike, this is Gary Kurtz, my manager.
Hello.
Gary, Mike Hammer, this week's boss.
Yeah, if she makes it past Tuesday.
She won't have to make it past Tuesday.
College tour?
Yeah.
I can't believe it, really.
I got a final meeting to nail it down. A few loose ends, nothing I can't handle. I'll catch the midnight
Oh,
set.
thanks.
Pleasure.
Hey, congratulations.
Lex. Gary,
big mistake.
What? What are you talking about? The contract thing?
You lean on them a little too hard.
Oh, come on. They were being jerks, you know? Okay, I lost my cool, but
Hey, they don't see it that way, man. Where is it?
Anything new?
You got a client.
Yeah? Well, where'd you put him? In the fridge?
It's me.
You?
Yes, Gary's missing. He was supposed to come back to the club last night, and he never showed.
Well, what makes you think he's missing?
Because he missed a meeting. He didn't go to his apartment. I've been calling all night. I'm really worried, Mike.
It sounds like you have more than just a professional relationship.
We're past that. He's got a new girlfriend in L.A.
Well, maybe he's got a girlfriend here, too. Listen, give it some time. Chances are he'll turn up.
No, he's not like that. He's dependable. He's organized. And I just have to know that he's okay. See if you can find him, please.
Okay, I'll try. It's the least I can do for the lady who found my bullets.
Thanks. Here's the keys to his apartment.
I thought you were past all that.
Recent past.
I didn't mind checking out Gary Kurtz for Tracy. And it was a new experience having the keys to somebody's place. Most of the time, I have to break in.
Thanks, pal. I was working on those for over an hour. Come on, inside. What are you doing here?
Looking for Gary Kurtz.
That makes two of us.
So where is he?
Hey, I'm the one with the gun, pal. That means you got the answers.
Fair enough. The guy was no comedian, but he had me on the floor anyway. If he were any funnier, I would have been in stitches.
Hi, Trace, it's me. Gary. No. Just listen to me. Look, I'm in big trouble. I want you to meet me out on the coast. I'll call you.
All right, so my mom says, I bought you that laser gun to shoot your sister, not to do eye surgery on the cat. Pew, meow, pew, meow. All right, you like that one? Howie. Okay. Still got the... Thanks, Howie.